Hey, fellow spiritual masochists. Bradford Scott Walton here with you again for the next installment of How Do You Spiritual Masochist? Or I guess it's actually more like How Do We Spiritual Masochists, since you get to do it however the heck you want to. So in this one, I wanted to say that I'm a big fan of nature. It's kind of my jam. And I love being out in the world. I love water and beach and mountains and parks and rivers and all of it. It's so good. Deserts, yes. But just recently, I got to go to a really beautiful sacred spot outside of Sayulita, Mexico, called Alta Vista. And I shot some video, took some pictures, thought I'd take you on a little tour and maybe share a little bit about how it felt for me.
So it took us about 45 minutes by car from Sayulita to get to Alta Vista. The views were great, the scenery was amazing, the guardrails were very fresh, and we only got lost once before finding our parking place and then heading down this rocky trail. It's more of a road that leads to the trailhead. This is my favorite sound in nature, and I had to stop as soon as we got to a spot. It's just so good. The people who used to come here, the kids who lived in the area would come here, and why this was a sacred ceremonial place where they also did human sacrifices. So unfortunately, we were forced to pick one person from our party to leave behind, and it was a sad and glorious moment for all of us. I'll see if you can pick out which person did not come home. But once you get on the trail here in the jungle, it's this is the part that really I get so juiced. I just feel like a little kid, you know, cruising along this trail and scrambling over rocks, and the water's flowing next to you. It's just magic, especially with all the palm trees and all of the amazing, and also like this one. This tree is so big. It's so big. Then you have to cross the water a few times. This was our first one. People were still trying to figure it out. Not everybody had like regular shoes, you know, or water shoes. I did, and so I stood in the middle of the creek. And then mossy rocks with petroglyphs. There's a bunch of petroglyphs in this area. Mossy tree, just because I love moss. And then, oh man, so you get to Alta Vista, and this is what you see. All of these amazing stacked rectangular and square rocks where the water is coming down from the side of this volcano. It's dormant, so don't worry. And then if you crawl up the rocks a little bit, you get this view, and you see the water tumbling down. There's all these little pools where you can sit and relax. And then it gets fairly deep down at the bottom. And you can swim, and the water is amazingly cool, especially after a 25-minute hike through the jungle. Everybody loves it. It doesn't matter what level you're on. It's great. And the water feels amazing. It's got minerals in it, and just there is an energy in the water. There's an energy in the whole space that it's hard to describe, but it just feels so good. Everyone, by the time we were done swimming, everyone was just so lit up. And I mean, if you're doing stuff like this, how can you not be feeling good? Look at that happy camper. Here's the altar where people leave offerings of food and salt, and then you've got some more petroglyphs and more moss, because moss is so great. And if you slow yourself down enough, you might catch one of these little guys. Anyway, it's an amazing place to visit. I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend getting out into nature anywhere.
Well, I'm back at it again this morning. Nature boying my way to a meditation on the beach. I hope that you enjoyed the little trip to Alta Vista, and I hope you get outside sometime today or real soon. It's been a little quiet time in nature. Feet on the ground. Anyway, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing y'all again.